What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Gathering the Magic back again, bringing you Splinterlands, Splinterforge, Golem Overlord content. Whenever I upload something, I never stream, whether it's Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday morning. So you can come by and say hello, but I'll be busy grinding, staying the course, and keep on forging. Okay, guys, so in this video, I wanted to answer a question from Birds, Bees, and Trees. He posted it a couple days ago, and he wanted to know what is the best way to buy SPS and Forge and basically transfer them in-game. Like, what's the best way, what's the cheapest way, and all that. I can tell you what I do. It works well for me. What I will do is I will go on Coinbase, and I will usually buy Litecoin, since Litecoin doesn't have very high fees at all compared to like Ethereum. And then what I'll do is I'll go on Hive Engine, I'll go to Wallet, and then I will go to Deposit. And like I said, the coin that I pick is Litecoin. So just type LTC. Litecoin will come up and it will give you a code. And then this will be the address that you will deposit your Litecoin to. So you'll go on Coinbase, buy whatever amount of Litecoin. It'll say, you know, what address are you sending it to? You will copy this, and then that will send it to your Hive Engine wallet. And what it'll do is it'll convert it from Litecoin to swap Litecoin. And then once it is swap Litecoin, what I usually do, I don't go to the market and sell it. If I want to convert it right away, I'll just go on the swap token feature, and I will go for Litecoin pegged, the swap Litecoin, since that's what I'll receive in my wallet. And then I will go ahead and just change that directly to SPS. So then whatever amount of Litecoin you end up with here, you'll go ahead and copy that. Make sure that your estimated value is pretty close. It usually is within a few cents, so you get a good exchange rate, and then you'll convert it over. Like right here, you can see one Litecoin is $68.35. If I converted it to SPS, I would get $68.10 worth of SPS. So one Litecoin right now is 4,852 SPS. And you would do the exact same thing with Forge. You know, go ahead and convert your swap Litecoin over to Forge, and just see what the exchange rate is for that. Might have to refresh this since it's going to need to recalculate what Forge is. If it looks like it's way off, like right now, if I were to convert this directly from swap Litecoin to Forge, you can see there's a huge difference. I'd go from $68 in value to 52. So if things are off that far, what you can do, and it'll warn you, it'll tell you the swap, you're going to pay more than 15% in fees. So this will give you a warning before you go ahead and complete the swap. But what you can do is, instead of changing it from swap Litecoin to Forge, go ahead and change it over to swap Hive. So you're going to change your swap Litecoin to swap Hive. And then once you have that, then you're going to go from Hive to your Forge, and I believe it's at a lot better rate. Otherwise, what you would have to do is you would have to sell your swap Litecoin, convert it to Hive, and then just buy it off the Hive marketplace to convert to Forge. Let me go ahead and redo this again. See if it recalculates it a little bit better. You can see it's a little bit better, but there still is kind of a difference, you know, $3.42 to $3.16. So probably some tokens swap a lot better than others. Like you saw, the swap Litecoin to SPS was pretty good. But tokens that have a lot lower liquidity, like Forge has very low liquidity, you might just have to convert it to swap Hive directly, and then go on the market, and then just put in a buy order. So you would scroll down until you see Forge on the list. I think Forgium is very low volume. Where is Forge? Right here. So you'd go to Forge, you would go to the sideways arrows, just will take you directly to the Forge trading page where you can put in buy and sell orders. And then you can just put in how much Forge you're looking to buy and what price you're willing to pay. Like right now, the asking price is about 9 cents per thousand, and the bid is 8.35 cents per thousand. So you can go ahead here. You can put in what price you want to sell, or how much you want to buy at what price, and it'll tell you your total hive, and then you just have to sit and wait for your order to fill. So like I said, what I usually do is I do a direct swap and just try to find the token that I can trade into Forge that gives me the best price. Another thing you might be able to trade for is if you trade your swap hive for DEC. I think DEC to Forge was a little bit better rate. So this one, 9.2 cents, you're getting 8.5. So that's still a decent amount that you're paying, but like I said, you just have to, if you want to do it quick, do the swap, but you may not get as good a deal as if you put in a specific buy order. And then, like I said, then it's just a question of waiting for that order to fill. Now, sometimes the order will fill pretty high if you have the highest bid. If you have a bid that's somewhere in the middle, you want to save a little bit of money, you don't want to pay as much, you may have to wait. So that's what I do. Like I said, SPS, it usually works pretty good. Forge, usually what I do is I will just convert. Actually, what I usually do is convert Forge to DEC. That's what I do for my $10 account. But that's the procedure that I use, guys. So I go to Coinbase, get some Litecoin, send it on over to my Hive wallet, and then it turns into Swap Hive, and then I will convert that directly to SPS. And then once it's here in the Hive engine, then you just have to go to your Splinterlands account. So to get your SPS here to stake it, you'll just click on the Splinter Shards icon up here. And then when it gets to the main page, you're going to be able to transfer any amount of SPS that you have in Hive. So right now you would click on the transfer button. If you had SPS, it'll show up in your Hive, and then you just say transfer from Hive to in-game, whatever quantity, and then click the transfer. And then from there, once it's in your account, your in-game, then you're going to be able to stake it. So that's how you would do that for SPS. The other question he asked was about Splinterforge. Just kind of an updated tutorial on leveling your hero. Like I said, it depends on where you're at in the game. If you're brand new in the game, now would be a great time if you wanted to actually go on Hive Engine and purchase some Forge to start buying some crates just to get some beginning gear. Right now with Forge being basically what they're asking let's just say it's 9 cents. So it's 27 cents for a crate. And a crate is basically like a pack in Splinterlands, so 27 cents is a really, really low price. Forge was meant to be on par with DEC, where it was 1,000 Forge was supposed to be $1, and right now with 1,000 Forge being 9 cents, it's extremely cheap to end up buying some crates. So if you're brand new to the game, what you can do is you can go to the shop, which you have some Forge, and go ahead and buy as many crates as you want. You can pay in either DEC or Forge. Of course, there's really no reason to pay in DEC since you're going to get it 11 times cheaper paying in Forge. So you'll just go ahead and buy, how many you want to buy. Make sure you have the Forge in-game because it will take it from your in-game Splinterforge wallet, not from Hive. So if you have Forge in your wallet, let me just show you the example right now. So right now in my wallet, I have 5,000 Forge. So if I wanted to transfer this in-game, what I would do is I would go to Splinterforge, I would click on Forgium. If nothing happens, like if this little box doesn't pop up, go ahead and hit refresh, and then click on the Forgium here. It will show you how much Forge you have in your Hive Engine wallet and how much you have in-game. So if you want to transfer this in-game, you'll just go ahead and put deposit and put the amount. So I want to deposit the 5,000 Forge that I have in Hive Engine and transfer it to game. So, I'll type in 5,000 and it'll tell you underneath, deposit Forgium to or from your Hive account or transfer it to other players. Deposit 5,000 Forge to Splinterforge. I'll go ahead and hit deposit. And usually what it'll do when you hit deposit is this will pop up, this box right here, you hit confirm, and boom, as you can see, in-game Forge is now 10,000. So I now have the 10,000 Forge in my account. So once you have it there, there's two ways you can go about it. Like I said, if you're brand new, if you have no cards or items at all, I would recommend probably buying just a few crates from the shop just to open it and just see what you get. You may get lucky and get some epics or legendaries. If you have a few cards already and you're just kind of working on a build, what I would say to do is to go to Splex and go to the Splinterforge market. So what you do is you will log into Splex, and on the upper left it'll have market, and it'll have different markets. It'll have the Splinterlands market or the Splinterforge market. Go ahead and click on the Splinterforge market. This will bring up all the items for sale that other players have posted in game. You've got a filter on the side. It's a little bit tricky to understand. Like if I want to look at just rares, if I click on rare, this will show just rares and nothing else. If I wanted to look for gold foils, I would actually click on the regular foil version, and instead of highlighting that, it blocks it out. So it's kind of counterintuitive to how you would think it would work. So right now what I'm looking at is I'm only looking at rares, and I'm only looking at foils, gold foils. The reason I'm looking at gold foils is because a rare gold foil will give you an 8% forge boost to your earnings after every battle. This will not count for the leaderboard rewards after killing a boss, but it will count for every battle that you play in game. So you can see here the prices for each card, 19 cents. All these cards are paid for in Forge. So if I wanted to buy one, you'd go ahead and click buy, and then this will tell you how much Forge. So right now 19 cents is about just under 2,300 Forge. So this can tell you, it show you just how low the Forge price is. So you can go ahead and just buy whatever items you want. For a beginning build, when you're playing the bronze boss, what I usually try to do is I try to get one of each gold foil weapon and armor for my 3 heroes. That way I'm getting, basically a 48% boost, because you have 4 pieces of armor, you have a weapon and an offhand for each hero. So those 6 pieces, times your 8% boost is giving you almost a 50% boost for your earnings in game. So after that, once you get your hero set up, and I can just show you my hero right now. Let's go to cards and let's look at rare. So right now what I have is I pretty much have like a gold foil rare set for my hero. As I get more cards in the game, either through buying them from Splex or buying crates, eventually you're going to get a few regular foil ones. So what you can do is when you get 4 regular common cards, you can reforge those into a rare, and you have a 10% chance of that being gold. And then when you get to rares, you can take 6 rare cards, combine them with 500 forge, and you have a chance of getting an epic. And I have actually managed recently just to get some of my first gold foil epics. So now that I'm using those, what you could do is go back to your rares, and you could try to sell some of your rare gold foils now that you have the higher version in epic. So if you want to sell a card, what you would do, click on the card. You have to make sure all the gems and runes are out of it. So to do that, you would click on Imbue and then click Remove All. This will take everything out of the item. And then once you have that, you can actually go to the market. And if you want to sell the card, you can click Sell, and then you can put in whatever price you want. So to check the price, like if I wanted to sell these gold foil rare gloves, I could just look to see what the gloves are going for right now. Gloves are going for, it looks like, 23.9 cents. So if I wanted to sell the gloves, I could just put it in a little bit cheaper, maybe go 23.8 or something like that. So this is a single BCX, so it's 1 pair of gloves, 23.9 cents. Looks like there's 2 of them being sold right now, and it's like 2,867 forward. So if you wanted to go a little bit cheaper, you could go 23 or 23.5, just a hair cheaper, just to get yourself, number 1 for the cheapest price. And then once you get that amount of forge, that will go directly into your in-game forge account. So this will show up right here. You don't have to transfer it. It's not going to go to Hive. It's going to go directly to Splinterforge. And then you can use that forge however you want. You can use that to buy a different item off the market, or you can go to the shop page and use some of that to buy some crates. So, but like I said, as far as building your character, like I said, what I did for this one is I'm going for just gold foil rares. Once I do that, I'm going to try to reinvest all of the forge that I earn into crates and bags, and I've actually gotten lucky. I think the last 2 crates that I bought, I got a legendary in each one, which I think you're only supposed to get a legendary once every, I can't remember exactly, maybe like 15 or 20 crates. It's comparable to Splinterlands. They're pretty hard to get. But I got a gold, or not a gold, a legendary wand and then a legendary tome in the last 2 crates that I opened. So I now have 2 wands, and I now have my first legendary tome. So sometimes you get lucky and get the legendaries. If not, what I like to do is just slowly reforge them up. So if you are going to, let's say you're new to this and you're just starting off and you're going to buy, let's say 50 crates, you're going to get a ton of commons. I would combine all the commons into rares, hopefully get some gold rares, and then if you get 6 rares that you don't want, combine those and try to get a gold epic and so on. So I like, you know, just buying the items that I want to get started, buy the gold foil rares, you know, get a good solid foundation where I'm consistently, you know, in the top 20 in the leaderboards. So once you're in the top 20 in the leaderboards, you know, you're going to get, you know, a couple thousand forge usually by the time the boss is dead. Sometimes if you can get in the top 20, you might even get as much as 3,000 forge for being on the leaderboard or close to it. You can use that and you can buy a crate, you know, basically for free just for playing the game. And then, you know, you take that crate, open it up, maybe you're guaranteed to get at least 1 rare. Maybe you get lucky and get an epic, and you can slowly build up your account that way. But if there's a more specific build that you're looking for, then I would highly recommend going to the market on Splex and leveling your hero that way. So currently with Jovac, I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now. I just played the bronze boss. I've got the gold foil equipment, so I'm getting at least 48% boost to my earnings. Once I'm starting to get some gold foil epics, I've swapped them out. These give a 12% boost. And if I can get 8 epics that I'm not going to use, I can combine those to get a legendary. And then I think that costs 2,500 forge, and 8 epics, you get a legendary. And once again, there's a 10% chance of that being gold. And that will give you 16% earnings. So love Splinterforge. Like I said, guys, I play it every day. I know the Forge token isn't worth hardly anything. I'm not concerned about the price. Like I said, I'm reinvesting this to buy more packs, build up my hero. I'm starting to get a little bit into survival mode, but I'm not big into that right now just simply because the hero system's not out yet. It should be out. I think that the developers said they're probably going to put it in the beta server sometime in November. So probably mid-late, you know, sometime around Thanksgiving, you're going to see the hero leveling system hit the beta servers. So if you want to get a jump on that now, great time to play Splinterforge. Like I said, it does not take long at all. Let me just show you one quick battle. So right now the boss has Retaliate and Death Blow, which are fine rule sets for me. So I will go ahead and hit battle. Pick Lily, pick Yasik. I'm just going to do a single battle because I don't have 60 stamina for a double battle. And for my favorites, I love Runemancer Kai, Swamp Spitter for a repair, Spirit Hoarder for a little bit of damage and a heal, a couple slows to slow the boss down, another heal and a little bit of range damage, and then the double strike from Ra. And I'll just go ahead, click battle. Takes a few seconds. Don't even have to watch the battle. You can just skip to the rewards. You know, did 1,200 damage, got another 4.5 forge. You know, usually what I'll do is I'll wait until this is maybe around 600 stamina, do 10 battles, and then I'm good for 10 hours. And then, you know, at night before I go to bed, do another 10 battles, and I'm good for the day. It takes me 5 or 6 minutes to do. So it doesn't take a lot of time. Like I said, you know, Forgium isn't worth a lot, but it doesn't need to be if you're just going to reconvert it back into the game to build up your hero. So that's it for the tutorial. Hope that helped. Thank you, Birds, Bees, and Trees, for posting the comment. If there's any follow-up or any information that I missed, let me know. Like I said, just to quickly recap, I use Coinbase, get Litecoin, transfer it to Hive, and take that Litecoin, and I can either directly swap it for the token I'm looking for, or convert it to another token that has a good exchange rate, and then just transfer it directly into game. You know, SPS goes into game, gets staked, Forge gets transferred in here, and then you can use it either to buy crates or bags directly from the shop, or you can go to Splex and buy it off the market. So I hope this video helped you guys, and as always, Thank you for the comments. Thank you for liking, subscribing, watching the videos. And if there's any other games that you would like me to cover, you know, Splinterforge, Golem Overlord, any other questions, let me know. And until next time, like I always say, stay the course, keep on Splinterforging, and have fun. Take care.